Tonight, from Oklahoma City, it's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go to wrap up a great Sunday of football. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And trotting out there, no introduction needed for this guy around the league. Now in his 7th season as a QB.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Out of the gun, it's Young. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. That one a first down pickup of 8. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Colton Miller, former first-round pick, called for the penalty there. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing, Young. Flush to his right.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Up the middle they go. Craig. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in for the touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, 91 yards. And the Lancers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. 2nd drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Now here's Young. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Lancers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 14-0. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now a second down throw for Young. Under pressure, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Here's Bryce Behringer now. Let's take it inside his own 40. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Hey, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown! Jamison Williams, 52 yards. And the Lancers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 21-0. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. They find themselves in a good-size hole here, and a good-size hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Young to throw it. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Craig, and this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. Young. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on.
Taking it right down Broadway. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Right back to him on first down. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of this opening quarter, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it is 28-0. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. Meanwhile, Young's throw complete here to Kmet. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Calling no gain that time, as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. To throw, Young. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. Now this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. Las Vegas sending out their punter now, as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And one thing we do know, they will be a part of the playoffs come January. They have clinched the AFC West.
And that feels good for them.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown! Jamison Williams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lancers are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the rout is on here in this first half. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. Little soul searching now. There he goes, left side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll run on first down. It's Craig, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now Young. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. 3rd and 7 now. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming, pick them up, and someone jumped.
Young on 3rd down. A quick throw there is incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense. He has certainly made the most of his catches so far, both of them going for touchdowns here in half number 1.
And we've never met a team that doesn't talk about getting off to a fast start and featuring guys that they...
He's got a man, complete. Down the left sideline. Touchdown. Anthony Schwartz. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lancers have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it is 42-0. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Lancers just continue to roll. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
It's Young off play action. Pressure comes and down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Young's throw into the hands of Pickens. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here is Young. He finds his man, complete. That's Craig. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Here's the Raiders punter now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And it may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Out to his left. He's airing it out for Williams. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
Now a play fake here on first down. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! Anthony Schwartz on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Lancers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. First down, Young. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Young. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Completes this one to Pickens. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. To the air once more, Young. And that is incomplete here.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Steps away to his left. Oh, Young loses it. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around.
Thrown across the field, and that will easily be intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you on over to Orlando for only 2 quarters of football left in the regular season. Everybody's excited to get to the playoffs. So excited that we're just going to skip right over halftime and get back to the action. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That pass caught. It's Williams. There he goes, right side. Inside the 10. Touchdown. Jamison Williams, 87 yards. And the Lancers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. First and 10, Young. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Here's Young from the shotgun. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So, you know, the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
Third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Flushed. Oh, Young loses it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now fourth down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 6. Yard return. Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, 62 yards. And the Lancers get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Oh, some strong running. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Young. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Jalen Phillips in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. Las Vegas sending out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This will be fielded at the 17. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. The offense back out again, and there's the burner, Anthony Schwartz. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdowns.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. Jamison Williams, 72 yards. And the Lancers are pouring it on. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Second down, Young. He finds Pickens over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Craig. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the 3rd quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
On 1st and 10, Young. That's complete right side to Kmet. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd, here's Algier. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Raiders on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Young working out of the gun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Looking to throw, Young. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Young will set to throw. And down he goes. Pressure. Gets him back at the 14. Jalen Phillips able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Young with it, 3rd and goal. To the sideline and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Sanders' kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
The offense back out again, and there's the burner, Anthony Schwartz. All right, how has he done it? 4 touchdowns in this contest. He's been around the end zone in particular, pretty much uncoverable.
And you know that I typically take things from a defensive perspective. I'm not going to do that this time. Let's just...
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lancers continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So out come the Raiders. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Young on 3rd and 2. That is caught. And he is going to have the Raiders' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Again, it's Young. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Young now. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Young to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 31 yards. Young on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. 2nd and 6. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. To throw on second down is Young. He finds his man, complete. That's Craig. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Looking to throw. Young. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here, but it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit, because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave this stadium.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. A big play there. 48 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. And that flag accepted. Foreman powering ahead. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One back in the backfield. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And remember, he put one on the ground last week, so the rookie now back-to-back weeks with a fumble lost.
And 0 excuses, but altogether not surprising. Rookie running backs have to adjust to the speed of the NFL, and it's not just in their running. It's the speed of defenders getting to them, how hard and aggressive they are in tackling, them breaking at the football. So many things they didn't deal with in college, and that's one of the big adjustments that they have to make. Again, not a surprise, but he's got to figure it out.
Meanwhile, Young's throw completed to Mechie. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. One last shot for Young. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly